Hey, look, we're back. And where we last left off, we're effectively just doing a lot of shit, side quest shit for all our characters. And now we're back here. Where is here exactly? Just out in the open world, effectively. We're probably gonna head do the Redcliffe line next, before we continue on with anything else. By the way, how do I sound? Hopefully a lot better than normal, because I got my new mic now. It's nice, looks all pretty and junk. Yeah, I hope the audio quality has improved. That being said, let's talk about something going on in the video game industry. So, the Nintendo Direct came out, and it was one of those Directs that focused a lot more on third-party things instead of, like, mainline titles for Nintendo. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. I need to get into that, honestly. I need to get back into that game. I'm probably gonna play the PC version. And it drops in, what, 2 days? So, shit. We have Near Automata, the End of Your edition, so like the entire full game on Switch being added. It didn't look great visually because it's like the Switch can't handle this, but you know it's trying. Let's see. Oh, the devs behind Sayonara Wild Hearts are making a puzzle game called Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. I'm gonna be honest. I enjoyed more the visual stylings and the music more than I enjoyed playing Sayonara Wild Hearts. It's still an amazing game, and like any game that's has Queen Latifah in the background deserves to be played. It's a very good fun rhythm game. But yeah, I would have enjoyed it more if it was more kind of like on a three-way rail as opposed to like free motion doing most of the things. But that's just me. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying I would have personally enjoyed it more. Super Bomberman R2, so the sequel to the other Bomberman, so that's good. One of the things that got me the most excited, however, was the Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. Finally! Holy shit. When it comes to Mega Man, when it comes to like the Mega Man series, if I had to rate we're up to 6 Mega Man right now? I had to rate the Battle Network series my second favorite. X is going to be well, that's not even true. Shit. The early X games are probably my favorite Mega Man games, and then the Battle Network games. I love those games so much. I might play them for the channel. So, yeah. Next, we got Pac-Man World getting an entire remake from the ground up. So, for the people who like that, nice. We have Blanc. Apparently it's a puzzle game. It looks really, really pretty though. I don't know how to describe it per se, but it's like a 3D puzzle game, almost akin to like a Tale of Two Brothers, it seems, or It Takes Two. So that looks very, very neat. I might keep an eye on that. Return to Monkey Island. So we're literally getting the Monkey Island series again, and the people who made the original game are making it, as well as getting most of the original voice actors. Mario and Rabbids Spark of Hope. By the way, don't sleep on that game. Do not sleep on that game. The very first game was just XCOM, Mario, and Rabbids, and was surprisingly good. So if this one is even the exact same levels of quality, this one will also be good. Little Noah, an RPG made by the creators of Dragalia Lost. I'm not sure how I feel about that, because didn't that game like die? But I mean, it looks pretty, but it looks kind of like a MapleStory-like game almost. But apparently it's an RPG. I might give it a try. We have Railgrade. It's a train building system, so you just build trains, kind of like how in other games you just, like in a Civilization, you just build a civilization. In Factoria, you just build a worldwide factory, etc., etc. What else? So we got to see more Sonic Frontier. God, please be good. Please be good. We got more announcements of Live Alive, which is coming out in July 2022. I honestly need to play that game, because apparently that game was the precursor to what came for Chrono Trigger. And Chrono Trigger is my favorite RPG of all time. So, yeah. Dragon Age Treasures, Portal compilation, Harvestella. Looks like it's going to be another Harvest Moon game. And probably the biggest thing, we're getting Persona 3, 4, and 5, Portable, Golden, and Royal on Switch. No date's been announced yet, but it's like, holy shit. Atlas is finally starting to realize, oh wait, we like money. Maybe we should release our games on other consoles other than just PlayStation, which is good. Good for the people who want to play on other systems. All right, Persona people, stop bitching now. You have your game on that console. Shut the fuck up. Jesus. Anyway. And with that, let's return back to camp. We're going to do a little bit more talking to everyone, and then we're going to head for Redcliffe. Yeah, I have more than a space. Alright, Ogren.
Come to talk to old Ogren, have you? Don't know why.
What's wrong, Ogren?
I don't know. I guess we're pretty good friends now, right? I just keep thinking about all that slag with Bronca. How I've turned out. I always said I was this way because she left, but I think maybe she left because of how I am.
My friend's asking me a question. She underestimated you.
No, she just estimated me. She knew how I was, and because of that, she left without me. Worked out in my favor, though. I'm here fighting the good fight, not fed to Carradin's traps, or her pet darkspawn. Did you want to talk about something?
I'd like to know more about you.
What about?
How do you feel about the surface?
It's starting great. At first I was a little queasy with all that air, but there's just so much of it. No one has any idea who you are or what you're doing. And the ale. Oh, who'd have thought ale made with grain? I have to admit, though, I do miss home. Just a
That's
bit.
fair.
A little bit.
I bet. I miss my home too.
I guess we're all a bunch of whimpering softies in the end. Anyhow, let's keep moving. If anyone finds out I was getting all mopey, I'd lose my reputation. There you are. I was thinking, we've been through a lot together now. We're like old war buddies. So I figured why not invite you to share a drink, huh? A drink from my own stash, my family's recipe, and dedicated to my comrades in arms.
I like that very much.
Yes! The warden steps up!
I believe this is a... I think that's a constitution thing, I believe. Like, if you have a high constitution, you consider not get dropped by it.
How do you feel?
Was there even any alcohol in that?
That's the spirit! I just wanted to tell you, after all we've
I
been
gave him
through,
all the
you're
alcohol,
like
and now we're
family
best
to
friends.
me.
Well, it
Closest
was
thing
that
I've
easy.
had in
I mean,
years.
for some people it is. Don't get done with me now, Augur.
Ogren's dough is always baked through, if you know what I mean. So, do you want to talk about something?
Tell me more about
What
you.
about?
What's it like to be a warrior in
You get a
Osmar?
sword or an axe, and are told to go out and defend your city. It's the best thing in the world. That is until you try to live in the city you saved.
What do you mean?
I mean, they train you to kill, teach you to harness your rage at the first noise you hear, then try to set 100 sodding rules about it. Like those provings. Ancestors show their favor through the strongest arm, right? So why so many rules saying how to fight and when you win and not to bloody kill? Killing's what swords are for.
Fighting without killing is a skill of a true warrior.
That's how you feel. I'll try that out next time the darkspawn are chewing on your leg.
Hey, boy.
This makes me cranky. Don't you have any other inane questions?
Let's talk some other time.
All right.
We'll talk more later.
Aye. All right then.
Yeah, I figure as much. He's a warrior through and through. Alright. I feel like we've effectively talked with everyone. Alistar's the last person we can really talk to. Giving my friend some advice on how to do the DLC stuff. Alright. I think I'll save talking to her for later. I'm gonna take Alistar.
Yes.
Win, obviously.
Yes.
And... who have I taken in a while? It's been a while since I take Morgan. Let's go with Morgan. And we're heading to Redcliffe.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
What's on your mind?
I told you before how Al Eamon raised me, right? That my mother was a serving girl at the castle and he took me in. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father...
Dun, dun,
was
dun!
killing my half-brother, I suppose.
What? You don't think you might have told me this before?
How? When would I say that? Oh, by the way, King Marek had sex with a servant. She produced a bastard son. That's me. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient.
And that right there is why he's so devoted to Kaelin. He has these brothers with him, and he respects him because they're brothers.
Never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
You... Does Logain know?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if...
Are you sure you're not hiding anything else?
Besides my unholy love of fine cheeses and a minor obsession with my hair, no, that's it. Just the prince thing.
So should I call you Prince Alistar?
No! Maker's breath. Just hearing that gives me a heart attack. It's not true, anyhow. I'm the son of a commoner. It was always made clear that the throne is not in my future.
I mean...
that's fine by me. No, if there's an heir to be found, it's Al Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people.
You are...
Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard...
You are literally the son of the king.
I don't want to think about that.
You are very much in line for the throne.
So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
What does that make me?
The reason I think we have a chance of setting things right.
I won't tease him. You gotta respect that, though. This man was like, yes, I'm a king, but I don't want it to be smeared in other people's faces, please. Alright, let's level you up. Get your magic to 40. Give you some willpower so you can cast more spells. Alright, let's look down the... Let's get you started moving down the hex line. I want that misdirection hex on someone. monster. Let's give you some Constitution and Dex. How much Dex did I need to get to this max? 22, 25 there. I needed 26 here. In that case, let's get the 3 points here so I can max this out next time. Boop. Yo, imagine you're fighting someone trying to stab them in the back, and every single time you try, they just kind of matrix dodge their shield right behind them. I'd feel so fucking demoralized. Death Root.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
What do you mean? Is there a problem?
So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
What are you talking about? Heard what?
We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
I mean, it is the
No
smart way
army
to fight.
defend us.
Everyone is so
No
spread
Arl
thin
and no
dealing with
king
other
to
shit
send
that
us
it's like,
help.
oh, it's really easy to, you know,
So
kind of just
many are
rob
dead.
commoners now.
And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, our Lehman's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
I remember as a kid, I always used to go to this one first because of how often Alistair was saying, oh yeah, we should immediately come here. You shouldn't immediately come here. You really shouldn't. You should at least do one other before coming here. And you'll see why.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They're obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan. Though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Ten Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
You don't believe Logan's
What,
lies?
that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Cailan risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards but walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What evil things are you talking about?
Some call them the Walking Dead, decomposing corpses returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come with greater numbers. With Cailan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arl Eamon.
Of course we'll help.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
I want to discuss this issue with you.
Of course.
Isn't the timing awfully convenient?
Are you suggesting what's happened here is related to Cailan's death and the Civil War, even Eamon's illness?
Do you know why Earl Eamon Arl Eamon is ill?
No, I do not. I arrived recently myself, having heard the news. I know as much as you do now.
Isn't Arl Eamon an heir to the throne?
Our sister was Kaelin's mother. I suppose we've royal blood, but it's a shaky claim to the throne, though still better than Loghain's. And it does mean Eamon could intervene in Loghain's bid for the throne, but let's not leap to conclusions. I would not like to think that anyone would wish this on my brother. He is a good man, and much loved by the people of Redcliffe. And I can't imagine how terrible it must be for our lesser Isolde, and especially Connor. I would not want him to lose his father at such a young age.
You have some of Arl Eamon's knights here.
I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
Their search for the Urn of Sacred Ashes?
Yes, I question Isolde's decision to send so many knights in search of this relic. But I am a practical man, whereas she is a woman of great faith. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more.
Why are you in the chantry with the villagers?
Sir Perth insists. He wants me to be with the villagers, so everyone he needs to protect is in one place. I don't mind, to be honest. The point of all this is to protect the villagers, and I can do that best here. This is the last line of defense, should things go amiss.
Do you have more men in here with you?
We could bring some men in to stand beside me, but I'd rather keep the monsters away from the villagers if possible.
So, what exactly are these things that attack the village?
I do not know. They seem to be walking corpses, men with rotting flesh that continue to attack even with the gravest injuries.
Undead, perhaps. Spirits possessing the bodies of the dead. We could be dealing with a mage, but who would do such a thing?
What happens after this battle's over?
Hopefully we can find the source and stop it before it causes any more damage. With luck, we'll also find Eamon and be able to help him.
I should get back to work.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Morrigan's not gonna like that I tell people. Yup, called it. Yeah, Morrigan's all about survival of the fittest, everyone for themselves. You can't defend themselves, you should die kind of mindset.
You are of elven blood and a stranger, yet you defend a home that is not your own. We are grateful for that.
Is there a reason I shouldn't help?
Many elves claim we wouldn't do the same in return. I would like to think that is not true, but I cannot speak for
To be
all.
fair, you wouldn't.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered
Let's be
Mother
real
Hannah,
here.
head
It
of
is
this
kind of
chantry,
blatantly clear
which
that
for the
most
moment
people
is a
here
place
would
of
not do the
refuge
same for
these
elves.
poor villagers.
It is so
Surely
blatantly
this
fucking
cannot
clear.
be the entire village. These few are all who are left.
All those who cannot defend.
The only reason I'm doing it is because I need an army. Also
They are
because it's what Grey
terrified
Warden's
of
fucking do.
tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
How safe is the chantry?
It is the sturdiest building in the village. The women, elderly, and children will stay here during the battle, while the militia and knights protect them. They set up a barricade outside the chantry to keep monsters from getting inside. If anything gets in, Ban Tegan is our only defense. Please, have mercy. Help these people. Do whatever you can.
I should go.
May the Maker watch over you, child.
Uh-huh. Hasn't exactly been helping me so far. Pile
Why
of
haven't
books.
Mother and Father returned yet? I'm scared,
Bookshelf.
Mother. When are the bad men coming? Soon, darling. Don't worry. Everything will be
Jetta!
all right.
Hey, yeah, this is the chick who,
You're a Grey Warden, right?
Yeah.
Are you in Ostagar?
Yeah.
In the Korkari Wilds? My husband and son went there to bring the chant of light to the chastened. But I haven't heard from them since.
Are you Jetta?
I am. You've heard of me?
I have something here from your husband.
Oh? Oh, his lockbox. If you're bringing me this... Oh no, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for bringing this to me. It means a lot to... Maker's blessings upon you.
I already told you. Father is outside.
These are terrible times. Just terrible.
Sorry, am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
You're not bothering
I
me.
shouldn't be such a crybaby. With Mother gone now, I have to be brave. I can't help myself. I'm so frightened. Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time, everywhere. And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Why would he run off? Do you know?
He said something about saving Mother. He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand she's gone.
Grief can make us do many things that don't make any sense, I'm afraid.
If he has foolishly run off, then he is no doubt dead. You should get used to that fact.
Nice. Maybe you want to kick her in the head while you're at it.
Shall we comfort her with lies? If she is to face death, better she face it honestly.
I hope he didn't try to go to the castle. Oh, that would be awful.
Have you tried looking for your brother?
I went to our house. It's by the square. He wasn't there. I searched the rest of the village too. I called and I called, but he never answered. I wonder if he ran off into the woods. I'm so worried. Without me, he has nobody.
Don't worry, I'll look for him.
You will? Thank you so much. Please find him. I'm so scared, Father. What are we going to do?
Silence, girl. Do you want the children to hear you? To think.
So, effectively, what we have to do
People don't deserve
is
what has
prep the
happened
army
to
as
them.
best we can.
We must get to the bottom of this.
And literally do everything we can to just give them as best a fighting chance as they can.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I didn't think they made women Grey Wardens.
It's like a sack of shit. I don't think the Darkspawn care who kills them.
If you hadn't noticed, there aren't Darkspawn around these parts. Not yet, anyway. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
Have faith, good man. We will defeat this evil together.
I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy.
Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
How can I help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
Why does Owen refuse to talk to you?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
No one else can do these repairs?
Not by nightfall, and not well enough that I'd be happy to test it in combat. If there were others, don't you think I'd ask them?
Anything else you need?
We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwyn in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
Tell me about Dwyn.
He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
I'll discuss something else.
Shouldn't you be trying to reason with Owen?
I have some questions.
Oh? Ask away.
Where can I get supplies?
If you want weapons and such, you'd go to the blacksmith, but there isn't much left there.
But there's nowhere to actually buy or sell things?
Commerce isn't exactly our biggest concern right now, but you might want to speak to Lloyd at the tavern. I wouldn't trust him, though.
Tell me what's about to happen here.
Don't rightly know. We heard the Arl was sick and getting worse, but after a while we heard nothing at all. A few folks went up to the castle to see what was going on. They couldn't get in. Nobody was there, not a soul. And then those horrid creatures attacked the village. They were everywhere, people dying. It was awful. Good thing Ban Tegan was here.
Do you know anything about Arl Eamon's illness?
No. I know the Arlessa sent the knights out for a cure. You can ask Sir Perth about it. He was one of them.
I'll discuss something else.
Shouldn't you be trying to reason with Owen?
I have some questions.
Oh? Ask away.
Why have you been stationed here?
We're the last defenders of them folks in the Chantry. The women, elderly, and the children. They're the ones we need to protect. No matter what happens, we can't let them evil things in there. If they die, the village is done.
I want to discuss something else.
Shouldn't you be trying to... Oh? Ask him.
Carry on, then.
Let's hope we see morning.
Hey, look, a raven. Thank you. I forgot how you get up there to get these, actually. I know there's obviously a way. To the tavern.
Another doomed soul come to drown their sorrows here, I see. If you came here for a drink, you'd have to talk to Lloyd. He's got a vice grip on the spigots. I'm just here to keep the boys from mutiny.
What do you know about the elf in the corner?
Not much. He's very quiet. Says his name's Beric and he's here to meet his brother, but I think he's lying. He's a bit creepy.
How's business been?
What business? Without the castle soldiers, the only customers we have are local. And they're all in the militia with no money to spend. The few with any money are here, but it's not enough to justify working. Lloyd's a greasy pig. And if I didn't need this job so badly,
You don't care for Lloyd, I take
He
it.
gropes me and pays me next to nothing. But I suppose it could be worse. Not like I've got many options.
I can talk to Lloyd about this.
No, that'll just make things worse. And that's very sweet, but I'll be fine.
Why don't you leave?
And go where? With no money and no prospects, I just end up somewhere else working for someone
Yeah,
else.
not everyone can just, pick up a bow and start shooting people. You could leave if you had some help.
You mean after the fighting's over? I'd really like that. What would I have to do in return?
How about not end up in another
Well,
tavern?
I can't promise that, but thank you. I don't really know what to say.
Shouldn't you be at the chantry?
Later on, yes. Lloyd will lock himself in the cellar, and I'll go to the chantry. Are you fighting tonight?
Yes, I am.
That's good to hear. I didn't know that.
I should go.
Keep safe.
No matter how much ale I drink, I can't quite forget.
I can't believe Lloyd won't even give us some free ale. A time like this, and all he thinks about is turning a profit.
Did you expect any different? That bastard's always been cheaper than an ante from the hall.
Shots.
Here we are defending the village, and he don't even have the decency to help us out.
Better you should be drunk for the coming
I was
battle.
drunk for the last 2 fights, and I wouldn't have it any other way. If you fought those things, you'd know.
Lloyd is charging us for coin we don't even got anymore. Nobody's working right now. We're all just trying to survive.
Ah, what difference does it make? He won't care.
Make us blessings on you tonight. Hopefully, we all...
Not looking for company.
Strange seeing a fellow
We have
elf here.
nothing in common. You're Dalish.
What does that mean?
I'm not here to talk. Just leave me to drink, all right? I just want to be left alone. I said I'm not looking for company.
I hear you're
What?
Berwick.
How did you know that? Well, that's my name. Why?
You seem oddly nervous. Why's that?
No reason. I just didn't know how you knew my name. That's all.
You said you're waiting for your brother?
What? Oh, yes. He was supposed to meet me here. And then I got stuck here when monsters from the castle attacked.
And you didn't try to leave?
No. Those who tried are dead. And, I have to wait for my brother. Look, you're very pretty and all, but I was told to, just leave me alone.
What do you mean? What were you told to do?
Nothing. Nobody told me to do anything. Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
This would be easier if you just tell me what you're hiding.
But I never... Oh, all right, I'll tell you. Just don't hurt me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
Who are they? Who hired you to do this?
Tall fellow. I forget his name. He, said he was working for Howe. Arl Rendon Howe. He's an important man, Terran Logain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
What are you supposed to watch the castle for?
Just to report any changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle.
So you know how this happened? Tell me now.
I don't know anything about...
I don't know you're telling the truth.
Here, this is a letter from them. On the side. You have to believe me.
I should out defend Redcliffe tonight.
Oh, all right. I'll...
Just give me 1 second. I'm reading something. Okay. Well, that's one person helping us in this. That's nice. Graffiti.
Now's better than later.
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travelers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes?
Not at all.
Brave words. Brave words. Well, we'll see when night falls, won't we? So, what'll it be? You are here to drink, I hope.
Who are you anyway?
Name's Lloyd. Out here. You're run away from the city.
I'm Danish, if you must know.
That's so. I've heard about them. Never seen one in my entire life, though. Something else I can get for you?
Are you charging the militia for ale?
Why shouldn't I? They may not have much coin, but I'm not giving it away for free.
Look at the goodwill you earn.
I never thought of that. Maybe I could try it for a bit. Right then, you men over there. Drinks are on the house. All militia drink for free.
Oh, you're a saint, Lloyd. Ha ha!
If them creatures don't kill me, I swear they'll bleed me dry. Something
I never
else
understood
can
the
get
whole, I'm still trying to be frugal and have a business in the middle of a literal war. Bruh, if everyone dies, who's gonna buy your stuff? I'm not saying you should give away everything for free because then you don't have a business, but I feel like there's a point where you need to like realize, hey, giving away some of your money isn't gonna kill you. Especially, if anything, it'll help actually keep you alive. Answer a few questions.
Make them quick.
Shouldn't you be out defending the village?
Why? When them creatures attack, I lock myself in the cellar. Get out. What's the point in getting myself killed with all the rest of them? If that makes me a coward, then I'm a coward. But Van Tegan said we didn't have to. He said... Fine, I'll go. But all of this better be here when I get back. I don't want the place drunk out from under me. Blasted bloody...
Huh. Bullied into fighting. Get wrecked. Let's see. Anything for me to rob here? Nope. Alright.
I see you got that bastard Lloyd to join the militia. It's about time he did something to help out. I guess this puts me in charge. Poor Lloyd will have an apoplexy just thinking about it, eh?
I need some supplies.
Fair enough. Let me see what Lloyd stored in the back. You can help yourself.
I will take your potions. I will take your... Yo, health potion. And wine. I'll give that to Win. Injuries. And health potion. So I'll take this elf fruit. Oh, that's free. Oh, this is all free. Cool. Yeah, I mean, if it's all free, I'm taking it all. Hello? Bet. Thank you. Huh. Didn't realize it was all free. how do I get to that chest? Huh. I'll figure it out later. Maybe. Hopefully.
Do you think the tower is ever going to get back to what it was, Wynne?
I don't know. A great number of people died. It will be difficult to imagine rebuilding, with that cloud hanging over everything for many years to come.
Do you think you'll be there? To help rebuild, I mean, once this is all over with?
I cannot say. Even if I survive this blight, I am a very old woman, Alistair.
Why? Because of some grey hair? You are a formidable woman, Wynne. You could see that it happens.
I think you overestimate the number of years I have left. But perhaps you are right. Or perhaps the memories of what happened then.
Spoiler for her character in the coming games, she does die. She eventually, the spirit effectively keeping her going does eventually pass on, and she dies. In fact, I can tell you the exact year when Dragon Age. So Dragon Age Origins takes place in... Where is it? Like, it's somewhere here. There it is. Dragon Age Asunder. Yeah, she dies in Dragon Age Asunder, saving someone by transferring the spirit inside of her to someone else. And then her ashes are buried. It is a novel. Yeah, I like Wynne. Anyway. Sir Perth.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit, I do not know how to address an elf in your position. I do not wish to be rude.
Call me Lana if you would.
As you wish, and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now, my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
Is there anything I can do to help?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
Anything else you need?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
I have some questions for you.
Ask me whatever you wish.
Where can I get supplies?
I'm not sure. Murdoch mentioned a blacksmith in the village, but I believe the militia is using everything he had. Beyond that, you might try the village store. It's locked up, but there may be items of use still within. I do not know.
What about the tavern?
Ugh, a fellow named Lloyd runs it. He refuses to close and evacuate to the Chantry. I suppose he might still have something to sell you, though I wouldn't encourage dealing with a fool. He's a profiteer and nothing more.
Tell me more about your quest for the Sacred Urn.
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled her ashes out of Tevinter and hid them in Ferelden. The urn's never been heard of since.
We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
What was the Arl sick with?
We were never certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. He brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Arlessa believed he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish.
Why did Arlessa believe anyone could find the urn?
The Owl once employed a scholar, Brother Genetivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told.
Can no one find the other knights and bring them back?
Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks.
So the knights left the castle defenseless?
Not at all. A great number of soldiers remained in Castle Redcliffe. I wonder if they perished there, or were transformed into these things. The thought chills my blood.
I want to discuss something else.
As you wish.
What is your status?
Although we are far better equipped than Murdoch and his villagers, we knights are too few. Things will be grim after sundown. Overall, my fellow knights are nervous about the coming battle. Death is almost certain, but we will fight and die valiantly if that's what the Maker demands.
I have some other questions for you.
Ask me whatever you wish.
Tell me about what happened here.
You know about as much as I do. I returned a day before the attacks began, having heard strange rumors about the abandoned castle. I was the only knight to survive the first attack. Since then, I found others returning from the Arlessa's quest. Until we get to the source of this evil, though, I do not think it will stop, and I don't believe we will be enough.
I want to discuss something else.
As you wish.
What is your status?
Overall, my fellow knight, ask me
is that
whatever
all?
as you wish.
I think that's everything.
Ask me whatever.
Yep, carry on.
As you wish.
Oh, it's sort of like
fancy base.
Coming home again, but with more undead.
We're glad that you are here helping.
Some justice,
Perhaps you will make our side.
Landmark tree. I can have my dog piss here to get a defense and aggression buff. Love letter. Guess while I'm here, I can go to have the mother here effectively buff.
I hear the tavern's serving free ale for us.
Just
That's mighty tempting.
Trouble, is it?
I wouldn't mind at least a drink or two before.
These
I'm
aren't
certainly gonna
our
die.
times, indeed.
Hope you're as amused as Murdoch is.
There it is. Well, good luck, Lloyd. I'm actually going to do everything in my power to keep everyone alive for reasons.
What is it you need, child?
Sir Perth needs holy protection for the knights.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
What do you mean?
Sir Perth believes that I can protect them against these creatures, a shield only the Maker can provide, and that I withhold this power.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing.
It really is. Placebo effect.
You want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense. I will not lie to them like that.
If you give them confidence, then it does protect them.
I suppose if they believed in the Maker's power, that belief would inspire them somewhat.
Hey man, there's plenty of people. Have you
like
not seen the Book of Eli, where the man is like effectively fucking Neo just because he believes in the Bible?
I have a number of silver-cast holy symbols. Tell Sir Perth that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's protection. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can. And
Faith is a real powerful thing, man. And sometimes just having raw faith in things is enough to bring people and elate people to be to a higher plane of, I wouldn't say existence, but a higher plane of just strength. They believe they're unstoppable, so they are unstoppable, kind of thing, you know? Guys? Alistair? There you are, buddy. Alright, here you go.
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
You said you wanted holy protection?
Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
Mother Hana has some holy amulets. What these do?
If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice.
I'm glad I could help.
I will send some men to collect the amulets. Please give my regards to Mother Hannah for seeing some sense at last.
Anything else you need?
No, nothing comes to mind.
Carry on. Yeah, hey, if their belief in the Maker lets them fight better and stay alive longer, more power to you. Hello.
Yes? What can I do for you?
I have a letter for the Blackstone Regulars.
I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my wife. Don't sign that paper, she said. They might pay you a few sovereigns now, but they'll be back. Blast. I'll see you on the front lines, I suppose.
Anyway, later. Bookshelf. And chests. Ooh. Spirit shard. Cool. Actually, do me a favor. Herbalism. I can make this now. Distillation agent. Okay.
I'll get on it.
I can't believe I'm going to fight. That's what I get for mixing myself up.
You could have said no to the king. Well, no, you couldn't have. You're an elf. You would have fucking died. Let's be real here. Ignore I said. Forget I said anything. Let's be. I apologize.
Got it.
Blacksmithing.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
Is this Owen, the blacksmith? I need to speak with you.
Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
I've run out to speak through a door. Can I come in?
All right, all right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
My name is Lana, a Grey Warden helping Bane Tegan.
A Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds. Funny, you didn't sound like an elf through the door. Can't say I expected that. Anyhow, my name's
racism.
Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
Why do you have yourself locked in your smithy?
My girl, Valena. Is one of the Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't
You do
send
realize
anyone
people are being
for her.
attacked here every night, right?
She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone.
So you tend to drink yourself to
Why
death?
not? It's not like we're going to live past the night anyhow. Or are you going to save us?
Yes, I am.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that. It'd do me the world of good to think maybe someone like you could go in and find her. Provided any of us live through the night.
What about the militia? They need your help.
If you look for Valena, I'll reopen the smithy and make some repairs for the militia. I can do that much.
I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either.
You were asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
I want to promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
I promise you, I'll find her.
We will do our best. Please believe us, friend.
Dead
I'll
or
accept
alive.
that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Oh, lovely. Shall we next begin rescuing kittens from trees?
Right then. It seems
Morgan's
I have some
gonna
work to do
lose
relighting the
so
forge,
much
and I suppose
respect for me.
I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
Fun fact: if you if his daughter is dead, and you come back and tell him his daughter is dead, and let him kill himself, you actually can get Oh, cool.
I see you found my hiding place.
You can
I
get...
don't think there's anything you'll need in there. But it's hard to say. I was in a bit of a rush when I filled it up.
Couldn't the militia use
Not
this?
if I'm going to repair the equipment they have. That stuff is old, anyhow. Yeah, let me open it for you.
And then you come back and tell him that his daughter is dead. You are he'll kill himself, and then the next time you come here, you're able to cool. You're able to get one of the best bows in the game from the merchant that comes back
be up and doing something
to replace him.
finally. There's no way I'm sobering up before morning, however.
What do you know about what's going on?
You mean why are these creatures attacking the village? Obviously something wicked corrupts the castle. My daughter used to tell me the Arlessa was up to something, hiding things from her husband. I told Velena she was imagining things, but maybe the Arlessa was involved in something. Blood magic, maybe.
What did your daughter? What else did your daughter have to
She
say?
thought the Arlessa was having an affair with some tutor she hired for the boy, Connor. I never listened much to her talk about it, though I wish now I had. It doesn't matter anyway. She's lost to me, and I can't do anything about her warnings now.
What do you know about the Arlessa?
Only that she's an Orlesian girl from beyond the Western Mountains. Far too young for our Arl. That's what I say. And too proud and headstrong from the sounds of it.
You think the Arlessa made the Arl even sick?
I'd never make such accusations. But maybe, if she was using foul magic, then maybe she just did it that.
Have you told anyone else about this?
Of course not. And who would I tell? And what good would it do now, eh? I just wish I'd paid more heed to my girl.
I want to talk to you about something
Like
else.
what?
Let's talk business.
Right. I haven't got much, obviously, but I'll do whatever I can for you.
Don't care about that. Let's look at the high gold things. No. Nothing unique. Don't care about traps at all. Alright. Off we go. By the way, before we continue, do I have any more tactics slots permitted? Yes, I do. Alright. So, self, any, activate mode. What shield wall do again? Yes, shield wall. Self, any, activate mode, shield defense. Let's change this to self, any, activate mode, precise striking, and then we can save, and onward. That was strange.
There is one thing I do not understand, Alistair.
Just the one thing.
About you, perhaps. Why the deception over your parentage?
I'd figure you'd be the sort who knows all about deception.
I do. And what use the deception might have had ended when King Cailan perished, did it not?
Maybe. I guess I was sort of hoping that would go away.
The truth does not go away.
I didn't say it was a good plan.
Landmark tree up there.
Got it.
You approach the dresser, something moves inside. You hear a short, surprised, and take a breath in silence. Hello? Someone in
Go
there?
away. This isn't your home.
Young man, come out this instant.
Jesus Christ, went out here being everyone's grandmother.
Alright, I came out. You won't hurt me. Will you? I'll go back to the Chantry if you really want.
First, tell me what you're doing in there.
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Are you sure? Maybe I can help you.
You could. Alright, I guess. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was Grandfather's. And Grandfather was a great dragon slayer. I thought, if I was brave like Grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took Mother.
You had the right idea. You were indeed very brave.
Thank you, miss. But the sword is too heavy for me. I guess I'm not as strong as I thought I was.
Where's the sword now?
In the chest. In Mother's room. Father gave me a key, but I'm not supposed to give it to anyone.
Perhaps, but I could use the sword to help the village.
I guess you're right. I should help defend the village, shouldn't I? Father would have if he were here. Oh, alright. Here's the key. I hope you use it to kill a lot of those bad people. I should go back to the Chantry. Good luck.
You too. Silver Tongues. Book. Legend of Calenhad. Let's check out this sword.
Got it.
The Green Blade. +6 versus Beast. How does a sword know it's fighting Beast to do more damage against Beast? Okay, the boy is back with his sister. General store. Lock chest so no one else can get into it. Yeah. Just a steel dagger? Jesus Christ. There's an oil. There's lamp oil in these barrels.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
I should save. It's been a while. How, you know, this game's been crashing on me lately. Barrel. Lake Galahad. No swimming. Yeah, you don't want to be swimming in Lake Galahad with all the magic and shit they dump into those waters. In fact, I think I might have, like, a little story talking about it. Brood mother. Those that survive, however, become one of the grotesque broodmothers. These giant, twisted behemoths birth many darkspawn at a time. A single broodmother can create thousands of darkspawn over the course of their lifetime. Each type of darkspawn is born from a different broodmother. Humans produce Hurlocks, dwarves produce Genlock, elves give birth to Shrieks, and Kunari are born from ogres. So that's why they look like that. Son of a bitch. Anyway, the waters of Lake Calenhad are steeped in legends. The Aviar people said that it was once a site of Belenus, the mountains which stood at the center of the world, from which Korth, the mountain father, surveyed the earth and sky. It was destroyed in the battle between Korth and the serpent Narthamar, leaving only a vast crater behind. When the Lady of the Sky saw the Belenus was gone, she wept, and her tears for the crater making the lake. The adventurers believed that the waters of Lake Calenhad were blessed by the Razakal, god of mysteries, and that those who drank from it were granted special insight. This was why they built the great tower on the island in the middle of the lake, hoping the power of the lake would aid in their magical research. But most of us know the lake of King Galahad, who gives place to his name. It is said that Galahad had Therian spent a year and a day in the Tower of Magi. Each day he grew a single cup of full water from the lake and carried it to the Fomari at the top of the tower. By magic, each cup water was forged into a single ring of the mail armor the circle gave to Calenhad. In that armor, made from lifeblood of the land itself, no blade would strike him, no arrow would pierce him, so long as stood on Ferelden soil. Yeah. What a knowledge bomb. Oh yeah, I'm actually just, you know, the king's son. But I don't count because I was a bastard. You're real nonchalant about that, friend. Incredibly nonchalant about that. Wooden crates.
I'll get on it.
Is that everyone? I think there's like one more set of people we can talk to. Chantry, tavern, been there, mill, been there, house, been there, smithy, Kaylin's house, general store. Oh, there it is. Haven't been to Dwyn's house.
All right.
Door's locked and it looks like it's been repaired recently. Lock picking. You definitely picked the lock on the door.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
Over the Qunari sword that you bought.
You broke into my house for that? It must be worth something to you then.
Nora's a large, angry friend of mine.
Since he's not here, I don't see how that's my problem. I'll let it go for 6 sovereigns. The number's got a nice sound to it, don't you think?
It's worth your life. How's that sound?
If that's all you want, sure. Now, why don't you take your sword and leave?
Bernard says he needs you for the militia.
So what? You recruiting for him? I'll tell you what I told Murdoch. I'm not risking my neck for this town.
Can't I change your mind?
Maybe. Let's hear what you've got.
Am I really about to hold myself out for the sake of saving a town? I'll put no. I'm with Alistar. Fuck you. I'll put in a good word for you in Bane Tagan or the Arl.
You might just be able to pull that off. Fine. I'll throw in with the militia. For now. You better be out there too when the sun goes down. I'm not fighting for a lost cause, you hear me?
There we go. I got Sten's sword back. Wait, is it in quest items? Wait. Did I fuck up? Give me a second. I didn't fuck up, did I? Like, he gave me the sword, right?
Got it.
Lockpick on the door.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope... Good. Don't let them...
In fact, before I actually go in here, let me just take in Sten, since I can just do that. So, Alistar can go. Sten, come on in.
I swear we might as well leave the door open if people are gonna keep coming in and out.
I'm looking for a Qunari sword that you bought.
Broke into my house for that?
Surrender the blade before I lose patience, dwarf.
So it's your sword. Farron didn't mention he took it off a live giant.
Why don't you give me a sword before this gets ugly?
You know, that sounds like a great idea. Now, why don't you take your sword and leave?
Oh, there we go.
So what? You recruiting for him? Maybe.
There we go.
You better be...
And then stow the sword back.
You called. As you...
Wait. What? Did the quest bug? Or maybe I just need to do it outside of town, I guess? I guess I'll just do it outside of town. Anyway, let us get Alistair back in.
Stop fidgeting. These humans don't know the hilt of a sword from the pointy end.
Found your brother.
This is who I told you about, Kate.
Bevan said you were the one who found him. I can't possibly repay you.
About the sword I found in your
Evan
home.
told me about Grandfather's sword. So you have it then? I suppose it won't go to waste, at least.
I'll return it after the battle. It belongs to your family.
Use it well. If we survive, I'll gladly take it back. Thank you again for Bevan. With my mother gone, well, I'm just glad he's safe. I can't thank you enough.
Stay safe, both of
The
you.
Maker sent you. I just know it. Thank you again.
There we go. And with that, we are now fully prepared for the raid on Redcliffe. That being said, I think we're at reached a pretty good place to stop. When we return, we will actually do the proper raid part now that we've recruited everything. By the way, that's also why I suggest you come back to here later, so that you actually have the full, without having a decent, like, persuasion, actually recruiting all these characters is really fucking hard. There's a reason I immediately rushed, Master Coercion, because of that exact reason. Either way, I want everyone out there to have a good morning, evening, day, or night, wherever you're at. But for right now, I'm out. Later.